In the last video, I made a couple of statements that some people had problems with. Your criticism of convex blades is incorrect. Convex is also superior to flat grinding. Easier and faster? Holy smokes, man, you're just incorrect. Yes, the blade does know it's convexed. Convex geometry provides more carbide support. You are just very off base here, man. And we're going to answer one of those questions in this video. Do convex bevel knives provide more carbide support? Well, I'm going to answer this by scaling up our carbides to a more real-life size. First, today's video is sponsored by KNAFS. They're the ones who sell this super cool poster where it shows all of the different grinds, including the convex grind, which we talk about in today's video. It also has almost all of the other basic knife info you may ever want or need. It's also where you can get the Lander 2 and S35VM, which you'll see later in this video. And it's also packed full of very wear-resistant carbides. Highly recommend checking them out. I have a bunch of their stuff and even been out to their shop in Utah where they're beginning to make some of their own knives in-house. It's great stuff and you can trust them. 63.4. Link to the website in the description below. So does a convex edge actually provide more support for the carbides at the apex? So I think that this is how most people think that this works, where you have this large carbide ball thing here, and then you end up having the curvature which wraps over the widest part of the diameter of that carbide ball, and it sort of locks it in place. And then you end up having these other carbides along that curvature, and you have these points where they sort of, again, overlap the widest part of that diameter and lock that carbide in place, giving that carbide more carbide support. The problem with this is that it's just completely not to scale. Let me show you. Okay, so here we are on the Science of Sharp's website. We have some SEM images of a Maximate blade. These things right here, these boulder looking things right here along the apex, which is this line right here is the apex of a knife. These things are carbides and they are sticking out of the surface of the steel. Let's scroll down and pay close attention to this image here. And then let's look at this image here. This is 1 micron across. This is far closer than any optical microscope can physically get. And you can see the carbides here, all sticking out of the surrounding steel matrix. Now I want to ask you a question. Which one of these edges is a convex edge? Can you tell whether or not there's a convex on this knife by looking at this image? No, you can't. Let's scroll down even farther. We can see carbide, carbide. Where's the convex? Where's the convexity locking these things into place? It doesn't exist, and that's because at this scale, this 1 micron across scale, you just can't physically see the convexity of the blade at this scale. It's kind of like saying that the curvature of the earth helps lock some of the stones in place on the ground outside in your driveway. It's just kind of a silly statement because the scale is just so great that the carbides don't know that they live in a convex blade or a non-convex blade. I will leave a link to this website below. Pretty fascinating stuff. Definitely go check it out. So if we look at the scale here, we can see that these carbides in this Maximate, which are on the very large size for carbides, maybe some of the biggest, are maybe 2 microns across. So what does that actually mean in real life? Well, that is way smaller than you think. Okay, so what if we scaled up the size of our carbides from about 2 microns to the size of a BB? And these BBs measure 4.38 millimeters. Now, if we scaled that 2 micron carbide, those really large Maximate carbides, up to 4.38 millimeters, how big do you think the bevel would be on a knife like our KNAFS Lander 2, which currently has a bevel, a factory bevel, of about 0.5 millimeters, somewhere in that range, depending on where you measure it. So there's what the factory bevel looks like. How big would this bevel be, the actual sharpened portion of the bevel be, if we scaled up this carbide to 4.38 millimeters? Because I was way off. I guessed way off. So if this was the bevel, the carbide would sit right on the top of it like so. This is how large the bevel would be. Actually, wrong, just kidding. This isn't even close. So this is actually how big that 0.5 millimeter bevel would be if we scaled a Maximate carbide to the size of a BB. It would be roughly 2.1 meters or roughly 7 foot 2 inches.
At least according to Google.
So each side of this would be 7 feet if our 2 micron Maximate carbide was the size of a BB. And they would sit on the very top like that.
And our little 2 micron carbide will sit right here, like this.
So trying to attach our BB carbides to the apex is also showing just how small this scale still is. I mean, if our carbides were scaled up to the size of a basketball, our bevel would be about 120 meters, or around 394 feet across.
So this isn't even halfway. We'd still have to do this another whole, you get the idea.
So we could put a massive convex on that bevel and the carbides would still be so small, it would have absolutely nothing to do with helping to hold them in place. Hello down there. Here's the carbide. It's right here. Can you tell that the edge is convexed? Just lost the carbide. So this is 1 micron diamond emulsion on the tip of a ballpoint pen, and that ball is about 1,000 microns across, or 1 millimeter. Now if we cut this ball in half, that would definitely be considered an extreme convex on one side. And still, the 1 micron carbides would have absolutely no idea they were on a curved surface. I mean, these things are so small that even on this extreme convex surface, the high and low points along that surface would technically have more of an impact on carbide support than even this extreme curvature of the ballpoint pen. What's even crazier is that a lot of carbides are even smaller than this. And to be honest, a 0.5 millimeter bevel is pretty small. So no amount of bevel convex is gonna make a difference in helping to hold any type of a carbide in place. Anyway, I hope that this helps to bust this myth, and we'll attack some of those other myths in future videos. Don't forget to check out today's video sponsor, KNAFS. Thank you for watching.